to Magnum Wrestling presents Over the Top! Now, this is a benefit show for the Sammy Strong Foundation and the Pediatric Cancer Action Network, so give a round of applause for those two. Now, before we get started with tonight's evening, we'd like to thank our sponsors, and they are Tracy Howell Photography, Invictus Auto Detail, Sodoro Law Group, Iron Heavy, 4.5 Marks, Ricky Rooter when things get icky, Just Call Ricky, Farmers Insurance, Daniel Page Agency. They are here to help because insurance sucks. We get it. And we also like to thank Palm Beach Tan. They will assist you in desired skin tone and tan. Indulge in monthly payments for just $15 per month. Now, this is our biggest show of the year. Now, so big to be in fact, I didn't come here alone. So without further ado, please help me in welcoming my co-host for tonight. He is the host of the Sioux Falls Stampede. He is your favorite wrestler's favorite ring announcer, the one and only Charlie Echols!
Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, welcome to Over the Top. I'm Daisy Daniels, joined here on commentary, as always, by Pete Sanctions. Pete, are you excited for tonight?
Daisy, if you thought Weekend at Stripes Volume 2 was big, this is huge. This is our biggest show of the year. It is packed here at the Greenery, and we're ready to kick off Over the Top 2024.
I was informed before we got started here tonight that over 400 tickets were sold for this evening. Over 400 tickets.
That is correct, and you can't argue with those attendance numbers.
Magnum Wrestling, how you feeling tonight? Thank you so much for that warm innovation. Are you guys ready for this evening, Alex? I'm ready. Are you ready, Charlie? I might be ready, but ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Pete, I gotta say, there's not a sit back and relax match on
and
this
get your
card
opening
tonight.
match.
Exactly.
Anything goes. Weapons aren't legal.
Oh boy.
Get your opening match.
We're starting out hot.
No holds barred match.
You brought up a good point. Rivalries settled, scores settled, and feuds culminated or fired up even more. And there will be no time for any member of the Magnum Militia to sit back and relax with this one.
No, no, no. And this one right here especially so.
Last time at the German American Society, we saw these two strengthen their rivalry and their feud.
From Pepperidge, Ohio, weighing in at 299 pounds, he is the Dark Icon, Johnny Pepper Cricket.
And that's certainly different. He went from the world's greatest pop icon to the Dark Icon, and we still don't know the identity of those individuals who laid out Duke Cornell and seem to align themselves with Donnie. We have just as little information as we did back then.
We found out literally nothing. Literally nothing about this. And you gotta assume that somewhere amongst the sea of people here tonight, those individuals are in fact hiding again.
I mean, it is daylight. I mean, we can't, I don't assume there would be a power outage, but knowing what Donnie is capable of and just seeing the shock in everybody. You, me, and everybody there, we were bewildered. We were befuddled. So you're right. They could be anywhere.
Hell, it could be anyone. I don't know any of them. Like, some of these people, it could be them. I have no idea.
I don't know. The guy in the very back does look a little sketchy, but
And his opponent from Kill Dipple Hills, North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Copperhead, Duke Cornell.
And we all saw that was published on the Magnum page. GM Joey Anderson trying to calm Duke Cornell down, trying to tell him to take it easy. Duke pretty much saying, I don't care if the flock is here, which is apparently what we're calling them.
Right.
I don't care if anybody's here. You're going to give me Donnie. You're going to give me all of them. And I'm going to take them all out.
Or
every single
else.
one of them.
Or else. And it was like, and anybody who's ever poked a copperhead or played rough with a snake always gets bit. And he was just asking for trouble if he didn't give in to those demands.
And this is going to be a doozy. No rules, no holds barred. I don't even want to hazard a guess on what's about to happen.
And this is our first time here at the Granary, and as you can plainly see, it is a big place. So I would hazard a guess that these two might end up on the other side of Ralston by the time this is over.
Fair. There's unfortunately a lot of things to jump off of.
Right.
Which is never a good sign.
Pretty good sized balcony right in front.
Already taking it to the ground here. Duke is coming in hot.
And can you blame him?
No.
After being ambushed, I mean, it's one thing to be ambushed by people you've seen before and people you know. Then you at least have some sort of intellectual leg up. But not to sound like a broken record, and forgive me if I repeat myself with that, but like...
Puts the hand sanitizer in his eyes.
And like I mentioned last time, I didn't even recognize their body types as being people I recognize.
There was no distinguishable features whatsoever.
Right. And the mind games just
we got a kendo.
Just continue. Here comes the kendo stick.
Kind of frightened me.
And Donnie certainly knows his way around a kendo stick. He's utilized it in matches here in Magnum before.
No stranger to a kendo, that's for sure.
And I was, unfortunately, before one show, I was whacked across the back with one of those with half strength. Imagine that at full strength. They're coming across your face.
I've done some whacking myself with those things.
Right.
They really get your point across in an efficient manner.
Yep.
Like that. Now, don't bring it up here, boys. I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, I want to keep your distance. This is a very nice stage platform. Very nice, you know.
And it's all cement, so, like, it's only going to do worse for you, to be honest.
Yep.
Also, the ring is directly on cement. You got a little bit of turf off to the side, but
a little bit of
I don't think we want to land on anything over here.
Right.
Oh, boy, where are they going?
And with the constant mind games, and this is just a theory I'm positing, but maybe Donnie kind of sat back and witnessed the ascension of the snake pit in our run at the Ralston Arena side room and saw if Duke can get followers behind him under his influence, doing his bidding, why can't I?
I mean, Duke's no stranger to having people behind him.
Yep.
I mean, historically in Magnum, Cornell has been a tag team wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the Snake Pit, in which there was, like 4 or 5 of them?
It was a revolving door.
It was. It switched all the time. I mean, Nitro, when he first debuted, was a member of the Snake Pit.
As was a gentleman by the name of Jay Howard.
Yep.
Blair Onyx for a short time.
Yep. Rich Maxwell was on that list.
The African Prince Ali.
So Duke Cornell is no stranger to having a crowd of people behind him. However, he is not the one with the crowd this time.
That's true.
They are way over.
Yeah, and both men.
Summit stairs. There we go. Oh,
going up the stairs on the far side here at the Granary, and the Magnum Militia is transfixed on where
those stairs are solid cement.
Right.
There's some little kids up at the top.
Yeah.
They just want to get back to their seats, man. You don't want to be a part of this.
Right.
Get out the way. Stay away from my car, guys.
Yeah.
They're in the parking lot. Oh, look. You can see behind us now.
Oh,
Yeah, we got a roving camera.
a ginormous, gigantimous edition of the Magnumtron aiding in our visibility.
Oh, man, what are they doing?
And General Manager Joey Anderson,
Taking the action to the first row balcony there.
historically, our GM's been under enough stress.
He's got to have at least 3 ulcers by now.
So there was not one picosecond of hesitation when Duke gave him his demands. It seemed like Joey automatically just gave him
He's like, fine.
whatever he wanted
Fine.
because, like I said,
What else is he going to do?
Right.
You know? Especially because they have such a storied relationship together. They're best friends.
right.
They're best friends. What is Joey supposed to do? Tell his best friend no after Donnie's pulled this nonsense on him for the last... I mean, the first time we saw Donnie go after Duke, he tried to take out his eye again.
Right, with one of the devices used to construct the ring.
Right.
Like, and I didn't know he could get more deranged.
Oh, God. Oh, Duke made it look like he was going over that railing, but can we not? Let's not do that tonight, shall we?
Yeah, it's our first time here, and we'd like to...
We'd like to be invited back.
Right. We don't
running each other up on that that first row balcony.
we don't want to all of a sudden get a strongly worded letter in the Magnum PO box from
Or damage charges.
right. And both men just sort of descending the balcony here. The Magnumtron definitely aiding in helping us keep track of what's going on, as are the Magnum Militia kind of up in front here.
They are on the stairs, it looks like. Jesus.
This is like, not to be defamatory, but the only
Ooh,
structure
I don't know what
can
that
equate
really
to
was,
is
but it
like
sounds terrible.
is like tears in a prison or tears in like a correctional facility. Is how it's built and how it looks. You know, that's a long way to go for a description, but that's just how I see
See,
it.
I thought of a parking garage.
That's true. Yep. And another interesting thing to point out, you mentioned the cult-like influence that Donnie has on these individuals. Each of their masks was styled like Donnie's.
Uh-huh. Different colors, but virtually the same. Oh, we're back over on this end now. I can see Donnie. Drag it, right into that steel fencing.
And both men just brawling all over the place. And this is...
They are taking every square foot this place has to offer.
This is falls count anywhere. Any kind of weapon you can use permitted. It's as legal as a wrist lock.
You can see referee Rudy Diamond following him around.
Both men slowly making their way back to ringside. Oh! And just vaulting Duke like a javelin face first into that wall. And there's a lot of cement here, and it has no give whatsoever.
Not an ounce. Looks like Pepper Cricket and Cornell heading back this way, at least slowly.
But with the way these two have been at each other's throats, I can't expect much. Like, who knows what's going to transpire here in this opening match. And Magnum Militia, this is just the opening match.
God, man.
We haven't even scratched the surface. And Over the Top, historically, year after year, has been our biggest show. Not only do you have rivalries like this and matchups like this, you've got the Over the Top Rumble later tonight.
One of my favorite matches of all of wrestling.
You want to talk about high stakes.
Yeah.
And it's even, I would say, a little bit higher than Piggy in the Bank. The winner of that Rumble gets a guaranteed Magnum Championship match at our event in December.
Yeah. All you got to do is wait a couple months, and you got a shot at the title.
You also,
But you do have to work your way through 20 people to get there.
and interesting sort of dichotomy with this edition of the Over the Top Battle Royal. Not all of the participants are known at this time.
In fact, very few of the 20 are announced.
We had some number drawings on Magnum social media, and there were a few who kind of chose to remain anonymous, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I am excited for this one as Duke Cornell and Donnie Pepper continuing to battle on the outside. And for a little history lesson, Donnie wasn't always your dancing.
Was he digging into his face there?
He wasn't always your dancing, jovial, happy-go-lucky guy.
Oh, God.
His beginnings are originally in the hardcore sort of deathmatch style.
True.
Way back in the early 2000s in the Omaha area. That's how long he's been around.
Cornell trying to get Pepper Cricket back into the ring there. The ring right now might be the safest place to be honest.
And both men finally getting back to ringside. And what is Donnie plundering for this time?
Ooh,
we got a chair.
Well, like we said, everything's legal, so.
Interesting psychology here. The time spent of Donnie hunting for weapons is time that Duke is using to sort of take a breather and get his bearings.
That is a fair point there, Pete.
And just choking him on the middle rope, just merciless.
That ought to buy him a little time. What's he looking for? I don't even want to know, honestly. Another chair. Oh, great. Just what we need.
And if there's one thing about Donnie, he knows his way around a lot of different plunder. Barbed wire, chairs, tables. I mean, and he's been up and down the roads traveling.
How many chairs is he? Why do you need 4 chairs, Donnie? Come on. Oh, God.
Duke already kind of in a weakened state. Right across the back.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, well, they're already.
He's not technically a Power Ranger.
They're already too far along. Like, fans of pro wrestling in Nebraska, especially fans of the Nebraska Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, will remember the late, great Big 80s Chip Douglas, and he used to hate chants of Power Ranger. I can only imagine what it's doing to Donnie's psyche. Oop!
Whoa, there we go. Duke getting a little bit of a leg up.
Duke kind of with an innovative
God.
drop toe hold. Oh! And just wrenching the back with the legs of that chair. Chiropractor on line 2.
Oh, boy.
Whips him off the ropes. Drop toe hold. Face first.
Yikes.
Went Duke into that chair.
I don't think that was what Duke set that chair up for.
And the drop toe hold with the utilization of a steel chair has been devastating in the world of professional wrestling. Just ask Scotty Riggs. And just standing with both feet on the sternum.
Duke is probably struggling to even get air in his lungs at this portion of events.
And there's that sort of veteran experience. Donnie knows full well that Duke is known as a ground and pound wrestler as well as a vicious striker, and he wants to do whatever he can to prevent any of that from being utilized. Oh, no!
Oh, God.
One hit. Oh, no! Could he be going for it? Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. One hit wonder through the chair.
Jesus.
Cover by Donnie. No!
Duke still got enough gas in the tank to throw up a shoulder.
And Daisy, would you look at that chair? It is bent and contorted in ways that it shouldn't.
No one will ever be able to use that chair again.
Right.
Not in its intended function. Oh, don't encourage him. Come on.
Well, if you could describe the Magnum Militia in one word, it would sometimes be bloodthirsty. That's why we love them.
You're not wrong.
No.
Oh, God.
And
No,
the
we
Magnum
don't.
Militia
I don't want
clamoring
any
for
tables.
some wood.
No tables, thank you very much.
Oh.
Well,
And we got ourselves a table.
looks like we got the Magnum Militia got their wish.
And Donnie kind of being
What's he doing?
Kinda-
Don't bring it over here.
kind of being a little deliberate and a little
Keep that to
calculating.
yourself, sir.
He's not sliding the table in and immediately going to work on Duke
No,
with it.
why is he bringing it over here?
He has a plan, and knowing what's in this man's mind, I wouldn't want to know what that plan is.
Oh, no.
You jinxed
Watch
it.
out, Pete.
You jinxed it.
Watch out.
You jinxed it by saying they might.
Hold on to your diaper, baby. Where,
I lost sight of Duke for a moment, but there he was.
that's because he was hiding behind us. He was using us as a shield. I saw my life flash before my eyes.
First we get forks
right,
thrown
watch
at
out,
us. Now,
Pete.
now we're a human
Pay
shield.
attention.
I am.
Oh, God.
I'm paying attention.
Don't get in the middle of this.
I don't plan on it. I'm tethered to the soundboard anyway,
I know.
so I wouldn't, you know.
We're going to wreck a lot of equipment if we have to get out of here quickly.
Oh man. And
Holy
there's
shit.
these hay bales on the side of the stage. And oh, what's Duke got in his devious mind here?
This is gonna. I know, God.
Is a deal about to be made with that table? What the?
Oh, God. No.
There
no,
are those guys
no.
again. What the? Oh!
Were they over there the whole time?
I don't know where they were. One of them just vaulted
What
Duke
the-
off those hay
Right
bales
into
through
that
the
table.
And now just putting the boots to
I mean,
him.
is this even? There's no rules. This can't be against the rules. There's no rules.
I'm not saying they planned this all along.
What the-
But and just the mystery surrounding these events, like we still have no idea who these individuals are, why they're here,
Oh, shit. Here comes Joey.
why they're aligned with Donnie, and General Manager Joey Anderson and
Oh.
Assistant General Manager Jeremy Jacobs. The sport coat's off, Daisy. The sport coat's off.
Jeremy trying to stop him.
Joey, this might not be the wisest move.
Joey trying to keep this match at least between Duke and Donnie.
Oh, Daisy, I'm worried about our general manager here.
Yeah, you and me both.
He has experience in the ring, but this might be going a little
5
too
against
far.
1 is.
He might want to live to fight another day, Daisy.
Joe, come on. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm not.
And these guys are, they're a little bit reticent. Oh, what? Oh! There goes one. There goes the other. Joey putting up a fight. There's one for the last one.
Joey!
Whoever they are.
Oh! I realize we want to celebrate right now, but the problem is, as GM, Joseph Anderson is not allowed to put his hands.
And it's sinking in for him. He's realizing the gravity of the situation. He let his emotions get the best of him. Donnie incapacitated with the chair, covered by Duke. That's it.
Duke with an unplanned
Here is
and,
your winner.
by the look on Duke's face, unwanted assist from GM Joseph Anderson.
That's a
Although I don't know how much longer we'll be calling Joe GM.
Right. Heads are going to roll behind closed doors after this one. A devastating concerto puts away the dark icon, Donnie Peppercricket.
Wow.
And our general manager, against his better judgment, I would assume, made short work of whoever those guys are.
By the look on his face, I wouldn't even say that he was thinking about what he was doing.
Right.
He went into survival mode and then realized exactly what had happened.
The expression on his face was like a man possessed.
But in the same aspect, what was he supposed to do?
Right.
He was surrounded by those 4 guys, not to mention Donnie Pepper Cricket. Like, what was he supposed to do? I don't know, man. This is far from the end of this. I can tell you that much.
And, Daisy,
What?
those chair shots weren't enough to vanquish these
What the hell is going on?
figures, these masked figures. I've ran out of descriptors for them. Like, they're still standing after that beatdown. I mean, almost like they're impervious to punishment.
Why is Donnie laughing like he pulled something out? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The maniacal laughter?
Like,
He's laughing like that's what he wanted to happen all along.
Chocolate there? Hey, over the top, got my number, baby.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's my man. Why the hell you got a number?
What you mean why I got a number?
You don't need to do that. Why the hell are you doing that?
2 birds,
Over
one
the top
stone.
what?
Yes, baby. No matter what, you already told me I get a match with you. And besides, keeping this thing in-house, that's less we got to worry about out there.
He's got a point.
And please, don't act like you ain't been seeing the bangers I've been putting on, baby. Tell me we wouldn't cook.
Also got a point.
Yeah.
Hot, man. All right.
Cool?
I guess.
Let's get it, baby. Bulletproof legacy.
That's right.
Shit, baby. Yes. Ready,
I'm ready, man.
ready? Let's do this.
Yeah. I'm going to need you guys to get over top as well. Okay. You hear me? I just want to make sure this all goes smoothly as it should go. You 2 understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Got you.
All right. Go take care of business.
All right.
Are you ready for some more? Your next contest is for the Magnum Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
Well, here we go again. We talked about how a lot of these matches tonight have at least a little bit of bad blood behind them. This is another one.
1.375 Maple Logs, Uriah Upton, Big John McKenzie, Team Mariah.
Daisy, the Magnum Militia at the German-American Society almost blew the roof off when Lumbermac John McKenzie returned from injury and laid waste to the Crucible at that time. And, oh, man.
I believe the line was, you tried to take my knee, now I'm going to take your belts.
And you want to talk about a tag team that has ingratiated themselves into the hearts of the Magnum Militia in a relatively short time. They love Team Mariah.
It's
this
true.
partnership
They're
between
hard not to
Lumbermac.
love. They're just such an odd pairing. It's hard not to get behind them.
Right. The Lumbermac and the Golden One, Uriah Upton, are, and you want to talk about an earned opportunity. They went through that one-night tag team tournament to get to this point right here tonight.
And then Mac was brutally attacked by James McGregor and Brixton Nash, taking out his knee. As you can see, is still braced up tonight, essentially taking that title opportunity away from them.
Right.
Well, they're getting it anyway. turning into a very nice night now that the sun has settled and decided not to melt us all.
And will the sun be setting on the Crucible's Magnum Tag Team Championship reign?
Ooh, perfect segue there, Pete.
Thank you. It seems like the Magnum Militia and everybody else has been pining for somebody to measure up to the reign of terror that
We
the
keep
Crucible
trying
has
to
been
knock
causing.
them down, but nothing works.
And introducing their opponent, representing the Bulletproof Legacy, they are the Magnum Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Irish Juggernaut, Jamison McGregor, the Silverback, Brixton Nash. Together, they are the Crucible.
And we've used a lot of terms to describe the Crucible since their arrival here in Magnum. 2/3 of the last students of the late, great Jason Strife, the matriarch of Magnum. And if I could use one term to describe them in comparison to their opponents, I would say they're enemies of fun. They're enemies of a good time, and that's what Mariah always likes to have. And it seems like for every parade that is had here in Magnum, the Crucible, it seems to be always there to rain on it all the time.
It's true. Anytime we want to celebrate, they do their damnedest to take it away.
Oh, is it busting loose early? Oh, and it looks like Uriah is trying to hold back the big lumbermack and try and teach him some restraint, which is hard to do with a man who's sports flannel and whose hobby is chopping trees down in the thicket of the wilderness.
Hopefully that tree chopping works out and helps him. Because, I mean, McGregor and Brixton are kind of the size of trees.
Point taken.
Looks like starting off, we're going to have Nash and Mac here.
There's the bell, and we're underway in this tag team championship match here at Over the Top 2024 in this packed greenery with all the Magnum Militia. Ugh. In a manner of speaking, let's gosh darn flip and go. I am so excited. Quick side note, Brixton Nash's gear, a tribute to the gear of the Shark of Magnum, the Bulletproof Tiger, the late great Jason Strife.
That it is.
And I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but it seems like they're using their status as the last students of Strife as sort of a,
They absolutely
a bargaining chip to get what they want.
They seem to believe that that makes them the legacy of Magnum. And while that is true to some certain extent, it does not mean that you run Magnum.
That's true.
Mac trying to rally the crowd.
Head of steam, and there's that lumbermack splash.
One more time. Oh, boot
both
to the
feet
face.
right to the face of lumbermack.
Brixton getting up quick there.
Sidewalk slam, covered by Mac. Only two, and you saw he had a little bit of trouble with that cover.
And that knee is giving him the issue this early on is
And
kind
you-
of unfortunate.
And you gotta think that the Crucible are watching that knee brace like a hawk.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, there you go. Brixton
Right.
Nash standing right on it.
Yep, and historically, in the history of professional wrestling, just because you see your favorites out there with a brace or an elbow pad or kinesthesio tape, if that's the correct term, or like a butterfly pad, doesn't mean they're all the way healed necessarily.
No, not at all.
100% of the time. if there's one thing about the Crucible, they are scientific wrestlers. They are carpenters in that ring. They will pick apart body parts. They will isolate opponents in their corner of the ring, never giving them a reprieve to tag their...
I think you would have a hard time finding another tag team who knows each other as well as Brixton Nash and Jameson McGregor know each other.
That's true.
Like, these two are, despite their fairly short time in the ring as of right now, they have spent every moment of that time side by side.
Right. And they do compete in singles competition, but not very often.
No.
Oh! Hot tag to Brixton as one to Uriah. Uriah is a house of fire. This young upstart from Rio Vista, California, you got to admit he was chomping at the bit to be here at Over the Top 2024. This is big for this kid, and he's feeling it, as is the Magnum Militia. Off the ropes.
Before Mac made his surprise return last month, it was Uriah who charged the wing with a chair to try to come to the aid of Red Wing.
Yep.
So despite his much smaller stature than every other opponent in this matchup,
Whip to the corner and hard as Uriah goes down.
Upton is nothing but fire.
Right.
Fire and fight. Just made strictly of it. Oh, come on. Here comes the mocking that Brixton Nash is so fond of.
And there is no shortage of throwback references at Magnum commentary. So I'd liken Mariah to, I don't remember their names, but the cartoon Big Dog and the Little Dog. What are we going to do today, boss? Like
Big Dog, Little, yeah.
They follow each other around. They're always together. They have that camaraderie. Oh, referee Pee Wee Howell kind of stepping in, admonishing Jameson for pulling on that hair of Upton. And with Over the Top 2024 being our biggest show this year, you got to admit every ref is going to be earning their stripes.
They truly are.
Just as Pee Wee Howell is right now trying to even shoo Mac out.
Busy night for the referees here tonight.
And now Jameson just toying with Uriah. Vicious chop to the chest. And the Crucible starting the double team now.
Uriah attempting to get across the ring, but Brixton was right there to put a stop to that.
Right. As we mentioned in the onset of this contest, you would think the Crucible, in their devious ways, would want Mac to run and utilize that left leg as much, almost like coaxing him into using that leg they know is not all the way healed. That's just a theory on my part.
Brixton a little too eager to start jack-jawing with the crowd, giving Uriah a chance to get a couple of slaps in.
Spine buster, cover. Broken up by Mac. And Uriah is in a world of hurt right now. Tag to Jameson. And there I mentioned at the beginning, they know how to isolate their opponents in that corner of the ring and sort of cut them off from their partner. So aid cannot be rendered when they need it.
Oh, God.
Oh! What the?
Thought he was going for a regular chest chop there, but no. Gonna drop and take it to the thigh, apparently. Oh, God.
And another chop to the chest.
Oh, that poor little man.
Well, don't count Uriah out so easily. We've seen him in action before to where
there we go.
That valiant comeback and that shift of momentum, just like now. He is peppering Jameson and Brixton with shots, but you see...
However, as quickly as it began.
Right, and he had so little real estate to move within. It's not like he had a whole ring to himself. Whoop, up he goes. Lands on his feet.
Woo! Boots in the midsection.
Knee strike. Jameson's got him up. Michinoku driver just spiked him. Cover. And Mac vaults in just in the nick of time. And Jameson just spiked Uriah with that
Mac is
Michinoku
not feeling
driver.
the rules here tonight. He is ready to fight no matter whether it's his turn or not.
When you spend as much time as he did on the shelf, seething in the forest.
You've got a point. Seething in the Forest. Sounds like a terrible album name.
Right. And
Uriah trying to get himself out of trouble here again.
more to your point, Daisy, the Crucible seemed to spend more time jaw-jacking and flapping their gums, and
Go,
it
go,
cost
go.
them.
There it
Hot
is.
tag to Mac, and he's the House of Fire. Shoulder block to both members. Mac splashes a pair of them for the tag champs. Plants Jameson. Impressive feat of strength there.
Mac's brace is officially busted and is falling off his leg. Hopefully that is not.
Oh!
Oh!
And Brixton goes right after it.
He saw it too, apparently.
Plants Brixton, covered by Mac. Only two. And every move, every torque in every move that Mac delivers has got to put strain on that leg and that knee. Oh, he's calling for it. Got him goozled.
Oh!
No!
Just a little bit of an eye poke there, and Brixton Nash broke free.
Creating that separation, uppercut in the corner. Knee strike. Irish cannonball.
Oy, oy, oy.
Flattens the big man, covered by Jameson. Uriah breaks it up.
Uh-oh.
Low bridge. Brixton on the apron.
Ooh, kicked him right in the schnoz.
Brixton goes down, and a headbutt just puts Uriah down in a fraction of a second. Jameson can come out of literally nowhere with that headbutt. Quit talking and do whatever you're gonna do. Double jump moonsault, no water in the pool.
And Mac rolled right out of danger's way. I mean, it looked cool.
If I'm correct, that's the first time we've seen Jameson attempt anything like that. Stunner by Uriah.
He's not much of a on the ropes kind of guy.
Guzzo plants him with the choke slam. Cover.
Uh-oh.
This could be it. Nope. Broken up by Brixton. And I can almost see the anxiety etched on the faces of Brixton and Jameson because
Yeah, it was getting a little too close for the Crucible's comfort there.
they have had a death grip on those belts for I can't even remember how long at this
over
point.
a year now.
And the anxiety of it, the possibility that that grip might be loosening
Ooh,
has got to be getting to them
straight
mentally.
up just slapped him.
Double
Can't say
team
that I
effort
blame
by
him.
Mariah. Back and forth, back and forth. Brixton drops to a knee. Brixton caught Uriah.
But Mac is up and waiting for an answer.
Plants it with a suplex, got him again.
Oh.
Probably took a little too much time. Brixton able to break out of it. German on the big guy? Nope. Elects to tag
my
to Jameson.
God.
Could we see the Doomsday? He's packaged him up for it.
Oh, Jesus.
Doomsday device on the lumber mat, covered by Jameson.
Oh.
They retain.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, and still the Magnum Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Crucible!
A valiant effort from Team Mariah here this evening, but it still wasn't enough to end the Crucible's reign of terror.
And I think the Crucible took advantage of Uriah's sort of youth and inexperience in the regard of they tried to get him as far away from Mac as they could to hit that doomsday device. And that spelled the end for Mariah, but a valiant effort by the challengers. So, with another successful title defense, that only lengthens their reign. It is in the triple digits.
It is over a year now. I can't say exactly. I want to say last I checked it was in like the 380s.
And I'm sure the Crucible, if they are interviewed about this, will try to justify it as, oh, Mariah couldn't handle the big lights of the big stage, and that was the real reason.
I'm honestly out of ideas. I am out of ideas how we stop these two. How Magnum, not we specifically. Pete and I don't book the shows, but I don't even know what we have to do, who we have to bring in.
Here you go. You're here. Magnum Wrestling. I told you I'd get you here.
I know, I appreciate
Just
it.
had to do the work in.
And I do
We're
it.
down at the school doing what you need to do.
Boss, what's up?
Hey man, I'm just well, have you met the newest member of Magnum Wrestling?
Howdy.
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Ink's dry. Sadie Bell. Proving ground proven. That's good. I like that. So, anyways, Jeremy and I got to talk about some business tonight. You know, we
Okay.
got to fill 20 spaces.
Yeah, you know what to do.
Remember what I said. Next month. This is huge for you, okay?
Yes.
Don't let me down.
I won't, Uncle Joe.
All right. See you later, kid.
Boss, wasn't that?
Yeah, man, it's my sister's kid. Didn't I tell you?
No.
Oh. It's all right. Trust me.
2 Andersons?
Whoa, Bell. All right, how do you work this thing?
Where's your Toms?
Are you guys having fun so far tonight? Let's keep the party rolling. Your next following contest is a women's match scheduled for one fall.
And the women of Magnum return to active competition with this women's match. Up next, Daisy.
Making
I'm
her way
excited.
to the
This is
ring.
going to be a fun one.
From Belmont Este, she is the international princess, Amina Belmont.
Magnum Militia, say hello to Miss Amina Belmont, making her debut in active Magnum competition in the Women of Magnum division. And I tried to get a word with her before the show, and she just put a hand up like this.
A little standoffish, is she?
Like I wasn't even worth her time. And as I was walking away, I heard her kind of yelling to management that the designer wine and the makeup weren't in her performance rider, and there was no sign of them. And like she seems very conceited, very full of herself. In my first impression of Amina.
Well, I have a feeling the crowd is going to like her opponent.
And you want to talk about earning your spot, I think her opponent's done just that.
You don't get any more homegrown than Sadie Bell.
And her opponent from Texas, Sadie Bell.
Only a handful of matches deep in her active Magnum career after her debut, and Sadie Bell has quickly become a fan favorite in the Magnum Militia. They love this homegrown cowgirl.
Sadie Bell even trying to greet her opponent. She's trying to be nice.
Right. And it seems like Miss Belmont wants none of that noise. And if I may use a few in phrases, Amina thinks that's super sus, slay.
I don't think you used slay correctly, Pete.
All right. I'm not hip.
I don't think you should do that again.
I won't.
Okay.
And Belmont pleading to senior official Rudy Diamond
What is she?
that
Jeez
Sadie
Louise.
Bell might be concealing a foreign object.
Well, why don't we have to check Amina then too?
Right.
It seems like turnabout's fair play here.
Right.
She's just pointing to the camera. What is she doing?
And, you know,
And Rudy said, "You made me check her. I'm gonna check you too."
turnabout fair play. If I could use one word to describe Belmont just in my first impression, I'm sorry, but it'd have to be spoiled.
Yeah, I definitely pick up those vibes here myself.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I see what we're doing here.
I don't feel like that's necessary, but whatever floats your boat.
There's the bell, and we're underway with this Women of Magnum contest here at Over the Top 2024. Sadie Bell taking on Amina Belmont.
You know, just by her behavior alone, just by her behavior alone, I am a little suspicious of what Amina Belmont is going to pull out here tonight.
All right. She recently made an appearance on AEW.
She did.
And in the early going of this match, both women sort of feeling each other out.
Oh, wow.
Innovative roll-up. Not enough to hold her, though, in the early going. Seems like that was way too early to sort of make a move like that.
Agreed. Gotta work your opponent down a little bit more than that before we try to pin.
Right. And Belmont's young. She only has a few years of experience, so that might play into the overzealousness, for lack of a better term, of some of the younger competitors, where they try to open the whole toolbox at the beginning and just think that's going to cut it. But a lot of times it doesn't. Ooh! Just rocks Belmont in the corner. And another uppercut.
Sadie Bell showing some notes of her Uncle Joe here tonight.
I had no idea they were related.
You didn't? Yeah.
Not until I saw that.
That's Baby Dozer.
He never much talked about relatives in the early days.
No. If you watch her drawing or her promo backstage that they posted a couple weeks ago, she said Uncle Joe.
And Amina just putting the slaps to Sadie, sort of relentless. And she seems like she gets whatever she wants.
Yeah.
But, you know, I guess the important question would be, does she earn those things that she wants?
I think that is an excellent question there as well.
Up.
Oh, that was sneaky.
The Magnum Militia expected a chop, but instead got a devilish eye rake. And that's certainly going to cost Amina in terms of bending the rules, which is something I'm sure she's used to.
Sadie's going to have a hard time getting out of this one.
And what is she planning here?
What on earth?
Flips around. Off the second rope. And Sadie just sidesteps her. What is this? Whoa! What strength by Sadie.
That was impressive.
Amina turns her around. Puts the brakes on. Vicious headbutt.
Not enough to get Sadie Bell down. There we go.
German suplex, and both women are down. Innovative, evasive maneuvers. Shades of an early Pete Dunne. And I believe Adam Cole used that evasive technique where you literally are just kind of almost like a magnet, getting like trapped by a magnet in between the top and middle ropes. Which of these women is going to get to her feet first? This is crucial in terms of impressing Magnum management, because you know they got to be watching.
Who even is Magnum management anymore, Pete?
They at least have to have one person on the monitor, even though there might be chaos back there.
I wonder if Logan's losing his mind right now after what happened with Joe.
Sadie, a house of fire, another uppercut. And Amina's struggling. What? Oh, hip attack. And Sadie is in control here. Little hesitant. And again, there's that strength.
Woo!
Another German suplex. Holds
Keeping
on
her
this
hold
time.
in for a pin.
Only two. And the exhaustion starting to set in for both women. And again, which one of them is going to get to their feet first? Sadie, a student of the Bulletproof Academy, and this is quite another even match of training regimens. Amina Belmont herself had a pretty freaking good trainer at the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy in Davenport, Iowa. And we've seen numerous Black and Brave students here at Magnum. Oh, Amina doing a little rope walking. Double knees. Cover.
I'm not sure I've seen a double knee done like that before.
Oh, she's got her locked in.
Oh, come on, Sadie.
And she's got her locked in the Belmont City stretch right in the middle of the ring. Sadie turns her over.
Oh.
Only two. Trying to keep a hold of it.
Oh, no. She's got it wrenched in again.
And Sadie almost with nowhere to go. The Magnum Militia
really
willing her
close
on.
to center of the ring, so she can't reach any of the ropes.
Another roll up.
There
Only
we go.
two, and
Finally
she
got a
managed to
good break.
Clothesline turns Amina over. Still only two, not enough to put her away. And that Belmont City stretch was just wrenching on the neck and the shoulders of the homegrown cowgirl, Sadie Bell. And both women just put the strikes to each other in the corner.
Ooh!
There it is, the bottom of the bottle. Covered by Sadie. That's it.
Here is your winner, Sadie Bell.
Sadie Bell picking up a win over Amina Belmont here at Over the Top.
Put another W in the column for this lady. And if there's one part of our events that the Magnum Militia seems to love, it's the Women of Magnum division. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of them. And I don't think we've seen the last of Amina Belmont here at Magnum.
I have my doubts.
I think someone's going to be throwing quite a tantrum backstage. She cannot be happy with that result.
No, I'm glad we're out here.
Right.
We don't have to hear it. Well, we keep talking about bad blood and big things on the line. And this next match might just be the epitome of both of those things.
Exactly.
All right, Magnum Wrestling, let's keep this going. Your next contest is the career versus career match, where the loser will have to leave Magnum Wrestling forever.
You heard it from Charlie there. This is career versus career. And when we say career, we are not just talking about TJ Benson's wrestling career. He must leave Magnum, even as an owner, all together if he loses here tonight.
Exactly, and the collective gasp amongst the Magnum Militia when Alvin revealed that caveat.
I myself was honestly surprised TJ even agreed to it.
And I have known TJ for a very long time, even right around the time he debuted in pro wrestling, with the assistance of Magnum and all that. And I don't know if I could fathom TJ just walking away, honoring the stipulation.
God, can you imagine the ego DeSanti's gonna have if they take away everything from TJ Benson here
He'll
tonight?
be bringing that up in every conversation for the rest of his life.
Just when you think the man can't get any worse, if Falcone wins here tonight, he's gonna be worse.
And where DeSanti goes, the boos follow, and that's no different than right here at the Greenery for Over the Top.
He damn well earned them.
I feel like I have to pose the question, could the bad boy be walking out of that curtain for the last time?
Oh, God, I don't even want to think about it.
And whether TJ is stepping into a ring, into an octagon, into a dojo, into a training school, that look is always the same. Icy, cold, pure determination, ready to just give whomever is across from him a fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 165 pounds from Papillion, Nebraska, Triple B Bad Boy, T.J. Benson. And introduce.
My God, Joe.
I'll handle it from here. You're dismissed.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent. You people better shut your mouths when I'm talking. His opponent is not only the BBC, he is more than a conqueror, and he is the man that will end TJ Benson's career tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Alvin Falcone.
Wow. If Joe DeSanti has one thing, that one thing is audacity.
The audacity of him to have so much audacity.
Oh, Pete.
There's the bell. And TJ, knowing how important this is not wasting any time.
I mean, even take away the caveat of this being a career-ending match. The amount of crap that Falcone and DeSanti have put that man through, that would burn anyone into just beating the crap out of you.
Weekend at Stripes Volume 2 was, in so many words, a celebration of what we have at Magnum, the matriarch of Magnum. Oh, no!
Aww, Pee-wee.
Is this considered child abuse?
I mean, it's got to be on some level, right?
Sunset bomb into the corner by TJ.
If
and
somebody calls child services, we are screwed.
Oh, okay. Yes. And Pee Wee Howell is just incapacitated.
I think we need another ref.
Whomever is receiving this transmission, if we could get Rudy Diamond or Mark Medley out here, that'd be great. Top rope elbow drop by
He's breathing,
TJ.
right? Yeah, he's breathing. He is breathing, so.
And locks in the crossface, but who will register the submission? There's no referee. Pee Wee Howell is incapacitated.
We need some more stripes out here. TJ trying to.
And just wrenching on it. And Alvin,
he's tapping.
Alvin is tapping.
Hey,
Pee Wee, wake up.
We need a ref. Come on.
And Pee Wee is just laid out cold. Alvin was tapping.
Do we not have another ref back there?
As quickly as this match started, it could have been over, but Pee Wee Howell is completely incapacitated, and TJ
He's trying to wake him up.
Trying to slap some sense into him.
Joe DeSanti, don't you dare.
Alvin's right behind TJ. Oh,
no. Right
There's a
in
low
the jewels.
And TJ is down.
And now Pee Wee's just slumped over a rope instead of dead on the mat.
Like a slug. It's its only defense. This is a travesty. Oh, what the? Okay, all right. I know I'm supposed to be impartial here. Magnum Management, institute those fines. I don't care what you have to Venmo or Cash App or PayPal. Start fining people for putting their hands on these officials. I'm sorry, Daisy.
Where are the rest of the? We need another referee out here. What the?
I guess now Falcone and DeSanti just see TJ as easy pickings without the rule of an official.
I mean, at this point, he is. They can do whatever they want. There's no one out there to stop them. Is Pee Wee dead? Has anyone checked?
His chest is rising and falling, so he's...
How can you tell he's laying face down?
Okay, good point. And the Magnum Militia, in spite of the situation, letting Falcone know and just choking him in the corner. And this
match should have been over 3 minutes in. He locks that crossface, and it should have been done.
And he figures he has all the time in the world to gloat now.
Oh my God, I can't stand the smugness of this man.
Dragging into the center, dropping an elbow.
Yeah, you're the big man on campus. You knocked out the ref and are basically abusing your opponent.
And I think what he's forgetting at this point is there has to be a referee to make a decision.
Right.
So
he's not going to win without a ref, just as TJ is not going to win without a ref.
So if he wants the result that he's been pining for all these months,
there needs to be some stripes. The Militia doing a very good job of reminding Falcone of how the first few minutes of this matchup went.
And TJ just limp in Falcone's arms. He's got him up.
Ugh.
Suplex right in the center.
Jesus.
And even putting this situation on the back burner for a moment, when was the last time you saw TJ manhandled by one opponent?
Literally never. I don't think I have ever seen that.
Weekend at Strifes 2 was supposed to be a celebration, at least in TJ's mind, teaming up with a local hip-hop legend, and that you just felt the energy deflate from the room, despite the fact that there was a double crossface applied. It seemed like that very night set the events in motion.
How do we still not have another referee out here? Is there anyone working backstage? Anyone?
In light of what we saw earlier tonight with General Manager Joey Anderson, everyone might
Jeremy's still here, isn't he? How long is Pee Wee gonna have to lay out here? Half unconscious.
Wait.
He's stirring.
Yep.
He's stirring.
Pee Wee stirs. TJ's got him back in the crossface.
Come on.
Wake up, Pee Wee. What is Dasani?
What the?
And Dasani trying to do everything he can to make sure Pee Wee can't see the submission. This is ridiculous.
Oh.
TJ trying to turn him around, trying to get him into another
Dragging
submission.
him center.
Just blasting him in the temple with those. Falcone's got him up, though.
Jesus.
Oh! Just plants TJ in the
Ow.
corner.
Ow. Come on, TJ and Pee Wee. Pee Wee,
Right.
we need you to wake up too.
Yeah.
Like, sincerely.
This isn't a situation where your
Think
alarm
we have any
goes.
smelling salts backstage?
This isn't a situation where your alarm goes off, your mom says it's time to get up and go to school, and you say 5 more minutes.
Pee Wee now the most alert one in the ring.
Now trying to shake the cobwebs out. Both men are down. And you can hear the chants for TJ, the Magnum Militia solely behind him.
Up to a 4 count, neither opponent on their feet yet.
What'll happen if neither of them can get to their... That's something we kind of didn't consider.
That would honestly be a very disappointing ending to this.
And we got ourselves a slugfest at Over the Top.
Pee Wee still not quite standing straight on his feet.
Yep, he's on spaghetti legs on Dream Street. TJ fired up. Double knees. Reversal. Ooh! Walks up the ropes and delivers a vicious strike right to the side of the head.
Definitely rang Falcone's bell with that one.
And DeSanti's beside himself. He was putting the count in. This gives TJ
man.
all that time to get a breather and to collect himself.
Falcone basically, or DeSanti basically pushing Falcone back into the ring.
What? Wait a minute. Hasn't this kid been through enough? And like, I saw a look on Dasani's face, almost as if to say, don't lose this for us, but could it also mean don't lose this for me?
Oh, absolutely. You think Joe DeSanti's honestly worried about anything other than his own ego?
2 count. Alvin not able to put TJ away just yet. And both men's careers are literally on the line. In TJ's case, it means his entirety of his involvement here in Magnum.
If we get rid of Falcone, does that mean we get rid of DeSanti too?
I don't know.
I should have asked. Because that would be fantastic.
Only 2 by TJ.
The Magnum Militia gathered here at the Granary Green are quite clearly behind TJ. I mean, I'd be surprised if DeSanti and Falcone had 1 fan here tonight.
Right.
To be honest with you.
Oh, Pele! Right on the money.
Taking
Trying to get him up for a German.
Up and over.
Look at the strength. Gets him over for a German, does TJ, and creates that separation. And people forget TJ is a crossover athlete, not just in the professional wrestling ring, but also in mixed martial arts, bare knuckle fighting. Seems like any form of combat you can think of, he's dabbled in it. and he uses all of that.
Falcone looking like little more than a bag of bones at this point.
We've seen this before, Daisy. An amazing aerial display by TJ. Can he pull it off this time with his career on the line? And he does. All the way across the ring. Nails the diving headbutt. Cover by TJ.
Come on.
No. This is a war, Daisy, and when you consider the stakes, how can it not be?
Stakes are high. Stakes are very, very high. In fact, when the camera pans this way, you would see co-owner Logan Davis sitting very close to commentary over here, cheering on his counterpart.
Another TJ trademark, those vicious kicks. Falcone puts a stop to the last one.
Oh, God.
It's on the brakes, misses with a kick. Up and around. Oh! Ooh. Plants TJ, covered by Falcone. Not quite enough to put TJ away again. Oh, and Falcone wasting no time, wrenching in that crossface. Just really pulling back on it.
TJ actually digging into the ring there, trying to get some kind of grip to get himself out.
Yeah, he's pointing those toes. He's really digging those knuckles in. What?
What?
Did he lose consciousness?
No.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Alvin Falco.
What have we just witnessed?
This can't be happening. This cannot be real right now.
I think Pee Wee saw that TJ was unable to continue.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And I am at a loss for words. Alvin Falcone has defeated TJ Benson.
Oh my God.
And by stipulation, that means the Bad Boy's career in Magnum Wrestling is over, as is his ownership.
What?
And Magnum Militia, when Magnum revived almost 2 years ago now, I saw the determination in TJ Benson when he was granted that ownership. In addition to his return to the ring, I saw how seriously he took it and how much pride he had in it.
This is... That's not how that was supposed to end.
I would have to agree. I
never envisioned us in a world where that ended, where that was... Jesus.
And just a somber pall has fallen over the Magnum Militia here at Over the Top 2024.
Hey! Hey!
They're not done yet!
God! What is Logan supposed to do? Logan's not a fighter. Logan's never been in a wrestling ring.
And the other two members of management must be preoccupied with the events of earlier tonight.
Hold on a second!
What the? Alan Shepard. Alan Shepard making the save for TJ. Putting the boots to Falcone, and all DeSanti can do is watch.
Oh, that.
Low blow.
That was a dumb move.
Low blow to Shepard. Shepard trying to even the odds.
Joe DeSanti's going to want to run before Shepard gets back on his feet, because that is...
And move and change his address and change his
Join
name.
the witness protection program. Something.
Deactivate his social media.
Because that is not a man you want to turn.
Like, he might as well get a job at some local furniture store after Alan Shepard comes to and goes looking for him.
Oh, come on. You haven't done enough friggin' damage. You haven't done enough.
And Shepard helpless, as is TJ.
Wait, hold on a second.
Wait a minute. Daisy.
And that would be Levi. Alan Shepard's son.
That is Levi Shepard, Alan's young son.
Who coincidentally went through his own battle with pediatric cancer.
And
oh yeah, messing with his kid's gonna be a real good idea, you ding-dongs.
Right. That kid has won more battles than those two will ever realize. Spear by Shepard takes down Falcone.
Can you give one to DeSanti now, please?
I'd
really like to see
that.
Remember when you punched him in the nads, Joe?
This is a little bit of schadenfreude despite the result of the match. Oh, that does my soul good, Magnum Militia.
Kind of jealous. I wish I got to do it. One more time. There
One more time. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be impartial. Oh, a chair across the back. I love it. And what a moment. Father and son sharing the squared circle together. And now, the sons of Shepard helping TJ Benson to his feet. If there was ever a pair you would want to run off the bad guys, this would have to be it. But the gravity of the situation is still there. The fact is still present. Alan Shepard and son Levi raising the hands of TJ Benson. I'm sorry to say, for the last time here in Magnum.
I cannot believe that that is even the case. My God.
And as I mentioned, I have known this young man for a very, very long time, almost as long as he's been a competitor. And despite the result, you got to admit, TJ Benson has had one heck of a career, not just in Magnum as an active competitor, but as an owner, as part owner, management.
20's still in there. It's going to be somebody's lucky
hang on a
day
second.
tonight.
Hey, boss, get phone call.
Yeah?
Yeah. Didn't say who it was.
Hello? Hello? Service in here sucks. Hello? Hello? Who is it?
Assistant to the general manager, Jeremy. Hi, buddy. You know, we don't talk a lot. I think we need to have a chit chat.
Are we gonna talk about the loss?
contest is the over-the-top Rumble match. Now the rules in this match are as follows. Superstar who drew number 1 and number 2 will start the match. Every 90 seconds, another superstar will enter the fray. This will continue until all 20 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when a superstar is thrown over the top rope with both feet touching the floor. The last man standing will be declared the winner and receive a future Magnum Wrestling Championship match. And now it is time to find out who drew number 1.
Daisy, here we go.
I don't know how much more I could take tonight, Pete.
The penultimate event of this event is the over-the-top Rumble, and the Magnum Militia come out in droves for it.
Streets of Nocto in Omaha, Nebraska.
And look at who's number 1.
Representing Bulletproof Legacy, he is the HNIC, and he is the reigning and defending Magnum Wrestling Top Gun Champion, Nino Hatchet.
Nino Hatchet drawing what is possibly an unlucky number here tonight.
Historically, throughout professional wrestling history, since the advent of an over-the-top pro battle royal,
I know who drew number 2.
the earlier the number you draw, the less chances you're known to have of coming out the victor.
Making his way, weighing in at 205 pounds, Omar Pacheco.
Recently, successfully completing his open challenge at our last event at the German American Society, Omar Pacheco is in a prime spot to make a quote-unquote statement, pun intended, with a win in the over-the-top battle royal. Imagine having in possession that guaranteed title opportunity in December.
Someone is going to get very, very lucky here tonight, but they're going to have to make it through 18 more people to do so. Now, Pete, I have to ask, you are the person I know that probably knows the most about wrestling.
Now, Daisy, don't give me so much credit.
I'm going to. Okay. We have now called this matchup both a Battle Royale and a Rumble. Is there a difference?
I would assume there's not, because all the participants are in a figurative rumble.
When I think about it, I've never seen that there's a difference. So is there? You can call it either way, and it doesn't matter.
You could use it interchangeably.
All right.
The winner might feel like royalty.
They sure will.
It's always a rumble, and this action is going to be fast and furious. No 2-minute entrance
90
intervals.
90 seconds in between. In fact, they just wasted about 20 of them right there before even doing anything. Number 3 is well on his way.
And we got a big old Magnumtron behind us just in case the Magnum Militia need a little reminder.
I'm sure they will count along with it.
And as this match goes on and the ring fills up, it gets that much more dangerous. You've got less space to maneuver around.
Oh, here we go. The other fun part about Rumbles, Battle Royals, whatever you want to call them for me, is you happen to get a lot of opponents who have never faced each other before. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Nino and Omar go head-to-head. Holy shit. Pat Powers is back at Magnum.
We have not seen Pat Powers in Magnum Wrestling since Piggy and the Beast in 2021. There's that cutter. And he's fired up, and he's got the fans behind him for once, Daisy. I thought he quit Magnum Wrestling at Piggy and the Beast.
Well, you know what? And it appears that we are taking down the door in in Omaha Wrestling. These two had quite a heated rivalry in our sister company, PWP, for a very long time.
if I may editorialize a little bit, there was never a door. It was never forbidden. That's just my own personal opinion.
It's your own personal opinion, but in the scheme of wrestling, you don't typically talk about the competition in town. And you don't typically bring them into your stuff. I brought it up to make the point that there was a heated rivalry between Pat Powers and Omar, and I can only imagine that that is not going to spell good things for Omar.
And
in this ring.
a heated rivalry in one promotion isn't confined there.
Oh God, no! I imagine to see him on Jump. Oh God, here we go again.
Who's gonna be numero cuatro, number 4?
Coming in at number 4, he is the king of the ghetto, Riley Carter.
You want to talk about a prime opportunity for a young up-and-comer, Bulletproof Academy graduate Riley Cutter, entering at number 4, and he had quite an impressive showing in the pre-show last month at the German American
That
Society.
was a fantastic match. He came in a prime position where the other opponents kind of worked each other already, so he got a little bit of leeway. But Nino said, no, I'm done with that now. Here we go.
Backbreaker over the knee quickly puts that momentum to a stop. And as is in every battle royal you've seen pretty much, there's going to be some temporary alliances. There might be forging of new ones.
Always is.
And to bring up my earlier point before the entrant came out, a rivalry in one promotion doesn't necessarily stay there. You could move into a whole new ring and a whole new environment and then see the very person you're feuding with, and it just starts right back up again.
And that's just it. As I can imagine that no matter where you go, if you see the person that you have a little bit of bad blood with, there's going to be a problem.
And
even if you're in Walmart, it doesn't even have to be a ring. Like
right.
If you don't like each other, you don't like each other.
Yeah, even if you're in line at the
here
bank
we
or
go.
something. Number 5.
The opponents in the ring not letting their next opponent distract them from the ones that are already there.
Handsome Scott Hansen only making a handful of appearances in Magnum so far, but and like even in the video on social media of him drawing his number, it seems like management was more focused on the attire he sported and the sort of arrogance he sported than the number he drew. And when he pulled that ball out of that bingo cage, he had a pretty confident look on his face.
He sure did. Apparently number 5 is his lucky number, so he thinks.
Oof. And Nino just going to work on Hansen in the corner.
And see, we got to go back to the rivalries because look what's happening in the opposite corner over here.
We're up. Those two do not want to let go of
Pat
each other.
Powers and Omar have not left each other's side since they both were in that ring.
Right.
They are literally beating the tar out of each other over there.
Ooh! Vicious chop to Riley Carter from Pat Powers.
If you are buff on the history of Magnum, Pat Powers was a tag team champion here for a very, very long time.
One half of the PP connection with Nebraska Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame and Magnum alumni, Preston Maxwell. We got a next entrant coming up. Oh, man! We said the over-the-top Rumble is full of surprises, and that is true here. Welcome back to Magnum, Con Artiste.
It has been a minute since we've seen Con here in a Magnum ring. Not quite as long as Pat.
Right.
But long.
And And if my eyes weren't deceiving me, when Khan came out, Pat looked like he saw a ghost. If you remember the vicious rivalry between what was then the Coalition and the Culture, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in Magnum history.
One of my favorite tag team rivalries here at Magnum.
Khan, also himself a former tag champ.
True.
I believe so.
Yes. Somebody got knocked out. I think we made work of Omar. Omar is gone.
And really, Carter maybe being a little bit too anxious.
I'm not sure that's the choice he should have made.
Going after the biggest dog in the fight, so to speak.
Yeah. There's a lot of experience there, kid, that separates you guys.
And I'm sorry, Daisy. From my vantage point, I can't quite tell if Omar's just taking a break or was that...
No, he was dropped. Khan flipped him right on his head.
Yep. Here we go with the next entrant. Oh, boy.
There we go.
Here's your mom's favorite wrestler, Brandon Nitro.
Oh, and the Magnum Militia's on fire, and so is Brandon Nitro.
I mean, who doesn't love Brandon Nitro?
Oh, he's revving it up. Splash in the corner. And he might have a big smoochy smile on his face, and he may be dishing out bang busters like he did just then, but you can tell from the look on his face, he knows, and he treats this with just as much importance as anybody else. He almost tasted Magnum Championship Gold earlier on this year.
He did.
For him to get an opportunity at it, it'd be a pretty banging thing if I do say so myself.
I also have to bring up the point that the man who took away the Top Gun title that Brandon Nitro held for over a year is also in this match.
Right. And I'm sure all of the participants in this match, since Halloween's coming up, might want to break themselves off a piece of that kid.
Relly and Nitro kind of buddying up to see if they can get Nino out of here. Not going to work this time.
And I got to give the devil his due. As Top Gun champion, Nino has impressed me with his recent title defenses.
I kind of have to agree with that. He has played a lot more fairly than we are used to seeing anyone in the Apex playing.
Time to go.
Time traveler, DeLorean Diggs.
Time to go back in time as DeLorean Diggs returns to competition here in Magnum.
Every single man that's out there so far, we're only missing one. So there's 7 opponents out there right now, all fighting for the chance to face Fowler in December.
Gonna try to keep a keen eye for any eliminations here.
The more people it gets, the harder it is to do.
Exactly.
Hansen making work and getting Pat Powers to the mat.
Right.
However, in a match like this, getting your opponent to the mat isn't necessarily the best way to do things.
Right. It might wear them down for a little bit, but it only can do so much since the objective is to throw them over the top and both feet got a touch.
DeLorean getting Relly up on those top ropes. Is this going to be a more?
We've seen him be rather nimble, though. Relly able to stay in.
Relly now taking his aggression on handsome Scott Hansen.
And his chest might not be so handsome after that. Gonna have to apply a lot of skin care.
Khan got a hold of Relly, though.
Treatment or whatever. And
Nino in the back corner working on DeLorean.
And this is the type of match where there's a lot of action going on at once in all directions. So you really don't want to be, standing there with your hands on your hips for too terribly long.
No.
Because someone might snatch you up and try to throw you out of there.
Oh, here comes the countdown again.
Prince O'Shea returning to active competition here in Magnum.
And he just missed his former tag team partner. That's probably a good thing. I hear things did not go down so well for them.
And I hate playing devil's advocate whenever Prince O'Shea graces us with his presence, but like I was extremely skeptical as to his condition last time we saw him. I was like,
That's fair.
Did he get back on the shelf again? Looks like he's
a little bit accident prone. He has terrible luck when it comes. He also does a lot of dangerous things,
which you are none too pleased with witnessing every time he does.
No.
And like he is by definition a Magnum stalwart. I trained with him in the Magnum dojo in the 2011 and 2012.
I mean,
he
started
came up
training when he was like 13, 14 years old.
I actually refereed his debut match in front of 7 people in Ismoline, Illinois when he was 15.
Wow.
And he didn't even have a name on the sheet. It was just New Kid on a piece of notebook paper taped to the light on a pool table.
Well, look at that New Kid now.
We have seen some returns so far. We've seen some newcomers, and we're only a little bit over halfway done.
It appears that we are still at the point where Omar is the only one who's been eliminated. So we're filling up here. We got 10 more to go. 11 more to go.
Oh!
I imagine there's a little bit of bad blood between Nino and Prince O'Shea, as Nino was his matchup when he busted the heck out of his ankle not real long ago at Raskeller.
Oh! Magnum Militia, say hello to the big bad Huna Daddy.
Huna Daddy, Quay Huna.
I caught up with him before the event tonight, and he was like, Pete, I'm here to eat, and I'm hungry.
Oh.
And he might want to devour the competition here in the over-the-top Battle Royal and sink his teeth into the Magnum Championship opportunity.
I mean, what a debut story that was. I showed up at Magnum, and I won a title shot. That's...
Stranger things have happened.
It's true. Ooh. Stiff forearm from Con Artiste there.
And we have seen the Big Kahuna a time or two here in Magnum, but this is a unique situation he finds himself in.
I believe I remember seeing him at Stocks and Bonds.
A time or two, yep, and then also at the Ramada.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and we got another elimination.
That's 2 for Con Artiste. He has gotten both of the eliminations we've had so far.
Looks like Kahuna's going to have to back it up all the way to the back and live to back it up another day.
He's going to have to go eat somewhere else because it ain't here. And the countdown comes again.
Not that very many eliminations
We
so
got Prince
far.
O'Shea and Nino teaming up to try to get rid of Con Artiste.
Entering number 11, he is Pork Delicious, so delicious. Kick second.
Well, things just got real interesting in this battle royale.
He's got
he's got a giant bag.
He's got the bag.
Boy.
Mind if I just get under the table for
Yeah,
the
that's
duration?
that's fine. I got you.
Yeah. Ugh.
Kit Sackett just beating everyone with what I can only assume is a bag of forks.
Yeah, that'd be a safe assumption. And in any kind of battle royal, there's only so much rules the referees can enforce if they decide to bring some toys with them.
Did he just give Prince O'Shea a fork?
Oh! What is this? Almost like a I can't think of a fork pun, but like divide and conquer.
I get what you're saying.
Divide and conquer with cutlery.
We'll have to
There you
think
go.
about it for the next time.
Right.
Oh. O'Shea and Sackett really buddying up here.
And as we saw in the Over-the-Top Rumble in 2013, could we see some new tag teams, new stables, new friendships formed out of this one contest?
Anything is possible.
Vicious headbutts by Khan in the corner, trying to keep Prince O'Shea down because everybody knows how depth-defying and viciously striking he can be, and they're trying to put a stop to both of those arsenals. Oh. Pat trying to get Riley over. He slipped out of it.
DeLorean Diggs has been eliminated.
Oh.
And we saw him earlier tonight.
The prodigal son, Alan Shepard.
And the prodigal son looks pretty fresh to me, Daisy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the low blow by DeSanti really did much damage.
It's almost like he's putting his feet up in the cubicle. Another day at the office for Shepard. And Pat, you might want to rethink picking on a guy like that.
Ooh!
Spine buster! Just plants him. And another thing fans may not realize is that when the superstars are kind of prone in the corner like that in any type of a rumble situation, it's not that they're at the disadvantage. They could just be getting a breather. They could just be creating separation between them and everyone else in the
many
match.
people that could be out that are out to get you, it's probably a good idea to give yourself a second to catch your breath every once in a while.
Yep. Oof!
Who just
There's
got
Hansen has been
Well,
eliminated.
There's that striking I was talking about, and that might have cost him. Oh man! Oh!
Relly Carter has been eliminated.
Relly Carr eliminated, and that was a vicious knee strike delivered by Prince O'Shea.
Pat Powers has been eliminated.
There goes Pat, but
we are cleaning house here now.
But this is unfortunate for O'Shea. He looks hurt. And Shepard trying to put the boots to anyone and everyone that's in his line of sight. Nitro working on Kit in the corner. Nino kind of all by his lonesome.
And here it comes.
Entering number 13.
What?
Snowflake Jeremy Jacob.
What? Are we in the Twilight Zone?
What? Is he allowed to do?
Someone get an ambulance to the back. Joey's more than likely having a coronary.
Joey just got suspended, so I would bet that he's not even here.
To witness his colleague making a return to the ring after how long?
Years. Years upon
Prince
years.
O'Shea has been eliminated.
Prince O'Shea eliminated. And our longtime Magnum fans are going to remember Snowflake Jeremy Jacobs and his time with the Hard Foundation. I never thought I'd see him putting on the boots and the trunks and the baby oil
Ooh.
again.
What are we doing? Oh, no.
Airplane spin by Nitro.
Everybody's keeping out of the way here.
There's only so much you can evade that. Using the poor unfortunate soul as a weapon,
I don't think he's too poor. I think he wanted it. He was kind of asking for it.
And Kit doing everything he can to avoid it. Down goes Nitro. And down goes Jeremy in a rather unfortunate position.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Khan's got Jeremy.
Oh, God.
Belly to belly. And he doesn't even know where he is at this point. Almost everybody's down. Here comes another entrant. Oh.
Entering number 14, Tanner.
This guy has buzz is the understatement of the last couple years.
You ain't kidding.
Magnum Militia, say hello to Tanner Rankin, a native of nearby Lincoln, Nebraska. He's been making noise almost everywhere in the Midwest. And now he gets his chance to shine in front of the Magnum Militia on a pretty big stage with pretty high stakes. He's a big boy. He's a powerhouse. And that is going to serve him well in this environment. Spinebuster plants Nino. Daisy, I'm not sure if we've seen Nino manhandled that quickly.
No. That's a fairly unusual sight.
Kit blasts Nitro with a backstabber. And Shepard just putting the chops to Rankin, and there goes
Second
Kit.
has been eliminated.
Oh. Rankin taking his aggression out on Nitro at the moment. Shepard working on Snowflake.
The body's kind of thinning out, but not for long.
We have
Who's
6
next?
more opponents to be revealed.
Entering number 15,
Oh. You want to talk about a night of returns? We haven't seen Seto Kabara since the side room days. Maybe a little bit once or twice at Stocks and Bonds, but still a long time to be away.
I mean, we spoke with the Snake Pit earlier. There you go.
Yeah. Point taken. And
Woo!
if there's one, like, he was tailor-made for the Snake Pit, and even after the Snake Pit, because he is almost like a serpent in there. To use kind of an analogy, he is very serpentine, very scientific, almost surgical in the way he dispatches of opponents, and very mysterious too. Like, I mean, the last time we saw him in active competition in Magnum, I tried to get a word from him before that show.
He doesn't say much.
And I was like, what are your plans for tonight? And all he said was, Pete, you'll know when you know.
Oh.
And he just walked away, blew cigarette smoke in my face, which I didn't appreciate. But
no, I wouldn't. I can understand why that would perturb you.
And Snowflake working on Seto.
Oh, boy.
Who's as fresh as a daisy, pun intended.
Who's left?
Who's going to be next?
Entering number 16, the Silverback, Brixton Nash.
One half of the Crucible floating his way to the ring. And got to give the devil his due once again. He didn't do a full sprint to ringside. He kind of swayed back and forth. He took his time. He conserved his energy.
Brixton Nash just knocking back as many as he can.
He conserved his energy even though he has cockiness in full supply.
Ooh.
Oh, a stare down to the big boys. Oof. Just teeing off back and forth, these two behemoths. Interesting, I believe, first time meeting between these two. I believe
Yeah, I'm not.
the last time we saw Con Artiste and Magnum Brixton was just getting
Yeah,
started,
just
kind of
kind of debuting on the main roster.
not quite out of the blocks in his career.
Oh my God!
Last time Con was here, and
He
another
just killed
spine buster.
Snowflake.
He's still got some life in him. He hasn't melted quite yet. And oh, this is interesting. Tanner Rankin going after the silverback, and he's up for the challenge. Who's going to be next? Who's next up?
You gotta be kidding me.
3 entrants
How
left.
did they draw right in a row?
I get
Come
what,
on.
I get what you're saying.
Come on.
I-
There's no way.
I've never been in an old folks home, but I bet you could rig a bingo cage if you're actually set on it. It's just,
Oh, zeroing in on Rankin. And you know, it might just take both of them to get rid of him.
and that's what they're going to try and do,
Tanner Rankin has been eliminated.
and they've done it. I hate giving them any more credit than they think they deserve. And Snowflake
no.
just got
no.
grabbed out of thin
God,
air.
No.
And there he goes.
Jeremy Jacob has been eliminated.
Good thing Tanner was there to catch him.
And Jeremy the Javelin just got tossed out of this one.
Now you gotta go put your suit back on because you're the acting GM.
That's true.
Oh God, here we go again.
3 entrants left.
Entering number 18, the Retro Renegade, J.C. Slater.
Recently returning to active competition here in Magnum. And the Magnum Militia, when they saw him come out, they didn't forget about him one bit. The fans
for a
just
second.
love him.
And he looks fired up tonight. He's excited about this.
And I think he's approaching this kind of with a clear head. You saw him kind of stalk around a little bit before he
He
actually
was looking for
slid in.
the best opening there to get into.
Slater splash in the corner. And another one for the Juggernaut. Brixton grabs him. Reversal.
Woo!
German suplex. But he's got to find a way to get him either close to the ropes or try to eliminate him. There's only so much you can do to wear down an opponent in a match like this.
And Brixton Nash is not the size of a man you want to try to pick up to put over the ropes. Let's be real serious.
That's true.
In fact, there ain't a small man in that ring right now. Sato's the smallest, and he's not small.
Who's it going to be? Could it be?
Entering number 19, Cold Stone Tail Boston.
Grab the scoop and open the coolers. Tim Boston has returned to Magnum Wrestling. Stunner!
Woo!
And he's dishing them out to
Coming in
everybody. You don't even need a coupon or a punch card.
Everybody gets a stunner.
Ben and Jerry Thez press takes down Nitro. And Boston is a house of fire. We haven't seen him in a very, very long time.
He is returning from neck surgery, which, as everyone knows, no joke.
No joke when it comes to any kind
I'm
of
sorry,
injury
back surgery.
or,
It was back surgery.
or surgery to the neck or the back or a sensitive area like that. Also, no joke about the recovery. If the medical professional says
Boston has been eliminated.
if the medical professional says we recommend 6 to 8 months, you cannot come back in a
Those
week
are not
and,
ones you can rush. Absolutely not.
and expect to be 100%.
Whoa! Con Artiste is
Has
out.
been eliminated.
We still got one opponent to come. Speaking of,
The last entrant to the 2024 Over the Top Rumble. Who's it gonna be?
I quit. I don't want to do this anymore.
Daisy,
I don't wanna do this
Daisy,
anymore.
I need you, you need me. We're a happy commentary family. Let's kind of put that aside for a moment.
Haven't we seen enough of these two tonight?
That's a frequent statement pretty much every month from at least
You ain't lying.
one or both
2
of us.
minutes is more than enough.
If I may inject some levity here,
Please do.
despite the fact that Alvin's the last entrant, we still have all those competitors in the ring. It's anybody's game.
You've got a point. Slater getting dangerously close to getting Brixton out there. Not quite enough. Falcone just taking his sweet-ass time.
And this Rumble has been awesome. We've seen the debut of Tanner Rankin just mowing through guys until the Crucible decided to team up and take him out of the equation. An unfortunate end for Prince O'Shea. He looked to be on a roll there. And Falcone
Maybe should have focused on the task at hand, my
looks
guy.
to be in the wrong part of town.
Seems like Falcone's just as popular in the locker room as he is out here.
Here, here. I like to see that, boys, but that's only half the battle. And Falcone is just in no man's land. And, you know, as much as, Shepard's got him. Slater with a vicious kick to the face. As much as I enjoy seeing this, there's never any friends in any type of a battle royal situation.
No, even if it came down to Brixton and Jameson, one of them, would have to win.
That's true. And if my history serves me correctly, it was 1989 in the Royal Rumble. Number 1 was Axe. Number 2 was Smash. You had a tag team drawing numbers 1 and 2, and they had to go at each other. They had no choice. And I'm sure someone on the internet will correct me on that if I'm wrong.
What if this comes down to the Crucible and Nino? What happens?
Knowing them, they're going to be like, business is business, but we're all still going to be buddy-buddy afterwards. But anything—
I mean, if I recall correctly from the series of videos we've seen since our last show, Fowler basically told Jameson and Brixton to make sure that this went the right way. What that exactly means, I couldn't hazard a guess.
And even after our last event, our cameras caught up with Fowler and the Crucible, and it was almost like Nino was a little perturbed as far as how everything went down and how events transpired. Almost like it got them the victory,
Right.
it got them the result, but that wasn't
That wasn't how he wanted to do things.
It wasn't the means to the end that they wanted.
We've seen in the last few months, pretty much since his double shot matchup with Luke Curtis, that Nino at least seems to be trying to do things the right way. He wants to actually win the match. He doesn't want to use his chain, which we saw Fowler being disappointed in him for not taking that opportunity. Nino wants to go out there and win it by himself.
And you didn't see that mindset out of him until he won the Top Gun title.
Oh, yeah, that is a new...
Before then, he broke every rule in the book.
Right.
And let me bear in mind, the Magnum Militia still despises him. He just has a sort of different mindset that he's now employing. And I don't know if the rest of the Crucible and Bulletproof Legacy agrees with that.
Alan Shepard
has been eliminated.
Falcone pulling that rope at just the right time.
Right. We're coming down to the wire here. Nitro almost out. What?
Whoa!
Brandon Nitro, Jameson McGregor, and Brixton Nash have been eliminated.
Did that really just happen?
Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Oh, nope. Nino hangs on the bottom rope.
I don't think DeSantis sees it either. Look at him over there celebrating.
Nino almost like just like affixing himself to the bottom rope. Falcone has no idea. Falcone's out of there.
Alvin Falcone has been eliminated.
Entering
Therefore,
at
your
number
winner of the
one.
Rumble, Nino Hatchet.
Entering at number one, Nino Hatchet lasted the entire Battle Royal to win a shot at Jay Fowler's championship in December.
The HNIC just went wire to wire in the 2024 Over the Top Rumble. And Daisy, you must have been a fortune teller in a past life or something. That was, I'm shocked. And that goes right into my point. These participants will do whatever they can to win the match, even if that means what Nino just did.
I mean, like we said, only one can win. What else was he supposed to do? He had the opportunity and he took it. And now he's got a title shot.
And if you notice, the Crucible kind of stormed to the back after that. They're not even.
Yeah, something tells me that is not what Fowler meant by making sure this goes the right way.
When we said shows like Over the Top tend to shake things up in Magnum, we surely meant it. And Daisy, we're not even through with the night.
We
still
got
got our
one
main
more to
event
go.
Oh, man.
Hi, I'm Sarah Wimhoff-Strawn, and this is
Sammy.
And we are with the Sammy Strong Foundation. It's a local nonprofit that works to give back to kids and families fighting pediatric brain cancer and the organizations that help them fight. Sammy here was diagnosed with pediatric brain cancer in October of 2020. He battled and fought and is doing awesome. And so my husband and I kind of put together the foundation as our goal to kind of give back to other kids and families fighting. We're recognizing that not everybody has the support for a lot of different reasons, and when this diagnosis comes, it hits you on your butt, your entire family. And so we just wanted to find a way to be able to get back to these kids and these families, let them know that they're not alone, and to keep fighting because
hope's on deck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Magnum Wrestling Championship. Now, as a stipulation, Bulletproof Legacy has been banned from ringside. Introducing first the challenger from Meade, Nebraska, weighing in at 340 pounds, Red Wing! And introducing his opponent from the Steel Factory, weighing in at 197 pounds, he is the leader of the Bulletproof Legacy and the Magnum Wrestling Champion, All Steel, Jay Fowler!
It is main event time at Over the Top 2024, and it's been a recurring theme all night. The culmination of a rivalry, and you want to talk about a bitter rivalry, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. One man having the advantage over the other, and the Beast gets his wish. He gets Fowler alone, one-on-one, for the Magnum Wrestling Championship, and per the stipulation that they earned last time we were in action, Bulletproof Legacy is banned from ringside.
This one
Hallelujah.
has been brewing since March at Weekend at Stripes at the Relevant Center when we had our 5-on-5.
And in that match, Jay Fowler showed his true colors, turning on all of us, forming the Bulletproof Legacy, leading us to tonight. And here at Over the Top 2024 at the Greenery, it has been an amazing show. We're not even done. And I just want to say thank you to the Magnum Militia who came out in droves. Thank you to everybody watching on our YouTube and on social media.
It's a beautiful night.
And if there's one thing about Magnum Wrestling events, we don't just give you the best high caliber action in the Midwest, bar none. We also do it lending a helping hand, helping charitable causes, doing a little flopping and flying with philanthropy, as I get my tongue twisted there. And I can only imagine the final donation numbers to both foundations here tonight.
I'm sure it's going to be wild.
In support for pediatric cancer research, we also want to thank both foundations for tag teaming up with us for tonight.
This is so much deeper than a matchup for the Magnum Wrestling title. This one has been brewing for a long time.
Both men, if this was a court case, I guess you could say both men have valid cases. Fowler, on one hand, wants to affirm the fact that he's the best pound-for-pound professional wrestler in the game today. He wants to keep the Magnum Wrestling Championship. He wants to make sure the gold remains in the hands of Bulletproof Legacy. So Fowler's got that to prove. And Red Wing, another Magnum stalwart, for years has been a staple of Magnum Wrestling in its existence. And to cap off tonight with a title win for him would be as huge as he is in stature. And both men have a lot to prove and a lot to give up here tonight. It all culminates here tonight. And it was a long and winding road. I'm sure people get the picture. I can be accused of being a little long-winded, but I'm sure you get it.
Yeah, I've been trying to say for a little while now that I have to wonder how much Nino's win in that Battle Royale is already weighing on Fowler. That's a member of his own ranks.
And if I may point out, there wasn't all that much time in between the finish of the over-the-top Rumble and Fowler coming through the curtain.
I have to assume that he was watching it backstage so that he knew what was coming for him.
And I didn't see like a hint of confusion on his face or bewilderment. It seemed like he was just as confident as ever.
He is definitely confident, or at least that's a nice way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
This one taking some steps outside of the ring as well.
And not to sound like a broken record again, but like the stakes in this one are as high as the stakes have been in all the other matches.
Sure.
So they might not want to do too much brawling outside the ring
because this one has to end in that ring.
Right. You cannot win it out there. As much as I'm sure these guys would like to, and innovative there by Fowler, kind of hooking on to that leg as
Well, and I
Red Wing
think-
was coming to the ropes.
I think taking it out of the ring would be more to Fowler's benefit. Red Wing's not much of an out-of-the-ring guy.
True.
He does his business in that squared circle.
Right. The closest I can harken back to Red Wing even being an out of the ring guy was the Crom's Reckoning match in the side room.
Oh God, I forgot
up against Cornell, where,
Yeah,
where we
yeah.
took the ropes off. It was pandemonium, and that was kind of, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
his only foray into that type of environment.
He's not. He's not a hardcore guy. He's not a street fight kind of guy. He's in a match. That's what he does. He tosses people around.
And like he said earlier this week, what choice do I have? What else do I have to do? What else can I do? Just not show up? And then he looked at the camera. He was like, no, I'm going to do what I've been born to do all my life, and that's fight. Dueling chants here in the main event, directed towards Fowler. Donning those Strife tribute tights, as the rest of Bulletproof Legacy did tonight, paying homage to their trainer. And I knew Strife for almost as long as he was a competitor, almost 14, 15 years. And I'd like to think as much as he was cackling and wheezing at the action tonight, he has got to be a little disappointed in his last 3 charges, the pass that they've taken.
That's just it. It's like they've almost taken possession of the memory of Jason Strife in a way. Like they feel like they own that. They feel like that is theirs. And that's not the case. Not a one of us would be here without that man. You are not the only people he left behind. You're not the only people he groomed and taught and raised. Like, it's just bizarre to me.
He groomed and taught and raised all of us.
Every single one of us.
That legacy and memory belongs to all of us, and they're trying to co-opt it. Like,
Right.
you know,
Instead of something that should bring us together, they're trying to use it to tear us apart. And they've done a pretty damn good job of it. Especially since Weekend at Strife's. Which, what a place for Fowler to show his true colors.
trying to remain relevant.
That was punny, Pete, because that was at the Relevance Center.
Yep. That's why I said that. Anyway, Fowler and Red Wing still measuring each other. And it seems like this is still kind of the feeling out process, like caged animals.
Well, and we would be remiss to not mention, these two men have very, very different fighting styles.
Right. They may have crossed paths with each other in the same locker room many a times, but their styles and the way they go about things, the way they think inside and outside the ring, could be any more different. Could be any more different if the circumstances were altered in some way. And Fowler has relied on the high-flying, ground-and-pound scientific style. Red Wing is just brute force, and he's just built like nobody's business. And even with his powerlifting background that he brought into the wrestling business with him, you know, that serves him well. But a definite contrast in styles as Fowler has shifted his laser-like focus to the left leg of Red Wing, utilizing that power elbow in tribute to his trainer.
I mean, when your opponent has a size difference on you like Red Wing has on Fowler, the legs seem like a pretty good place to pinpoint the attack.
And you got to admit, the pressure must be on for Fowler in this type of situation since the Bulletproof Legacy was banned.
He won't have any of his little buddies come help this time.
And Red Wing kind of struggling to get his bearings, trying to get feeling back into that leg. Shoulder block. And those are the types of moves you have to employ against a guy like that. You got to chop those big tree trunk legs down.
You got to work and work until you can't work him anymore. Because the second you let Red Wing gain an ounce of that strength back,
you might as well pack it in.
Exactly.
Oh.
Probably come up with a new line. Do you know how many people I've heard say that?
One person in particular I know. And there's that leg lariat we are all so familiar with from Red Wing. I would liken it to.
He decided to look at himself on camera and gave Red Wing a couple seconds.
All right. And to use another throwback movie reference, when Marv and Harry got hit in the face with those paint cans and that big metal bar, that's exactly what that big leg feels like as it just slams down.
I don't ever want to find out what that feels like. No, thank you.
And that might have been the opening that Red Wing was looking for. And we got ourselves a good old-fashioned slugfest here in the main event. And like some of you smart fans, for lack of a better term, you might be thinking of it as like, oh, what a long show. The crowd's probably tired. Magnum Militia, never tired. No matter what we choose to deliver to them, they have been hot all night long.
Always are.
Kick right to the chest, forearm, and a knee strike. Good combination. Might be taking too much time.
Yeah, that's how that usually plays out for people.
You're not going to chop that tree down that way. And that beast is firing up. Oh! Runs right through him with a clothesline and a shoulder block, and he's feeling it.
Oh,
he's got him up.
Fowler.
Sit out, Burning Hammer, covered by Red Wing. No! That was a close one.
That
2.99995, and I'm not good at math, but
I would have loved to see the meltdown after that.
Another clothesline. Covered by Red Wing. 2 count, once again by senior official Rudy Diamond. And as fired up as Red Wing is now, we've seen Fowler get the momentum shifted and make pretty awesome comebacks a few times before in more dire situations than this.
My distaste for Fowler has absolutely nothing to do with his talent. That man has talent in spades. He has ability in spades. It's his ego and the way he speaks and treats people that just kind of ruins it all, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. You can be talented, but are you a good person? And I guess Fowler might be the antithesis of that. Oh! Lifting up with a vicious knee strike does Red Wing. Sizing him up. Misses with the rolling forearm. Oh! Whoa. Fowler slam on the big man!
Crap!
Fowler slam!
You gotta assume that
Wing.
took some out of Fowler, too.
Cover by Fowler.
Holy crap.
No! And that most assuredly took almost everything out of Fowler. Just like kind of lurching over for that cover. It paid off as far as doing damage to Red Wing, but it might have done as much damage to Fowler. Because that's a big dude to get up in that type of move.
Yikes. He had to have pulled something doing that because there ain't no way. Holy cow.
And Fowler just measuring him. Red Wing up to his feet first, cuts him off at the pass.
Red Wing climbing up as well. On the ropes is not somewhere you find Red Wing very often.
Another unfamiliar territory for the Beast. And Fowler able to continue to fight out here. Headbutt.
Fowler, on the other hand. Oh, jeez.
He's got him up.
Oh, my God. He's got his fingers in his eyes.
Fowler again.
Jesus.
Puts a stop to it. Power bomb. Opting not to go for the cover.
God.
Splash
Inflict
up the
a little more
second cover.
damage.
No. Red Wing is still in this after all that. And this shows you just how much this means to these men. Both men going to unfamiliar territory, things they wouldn't have tried in a million years had it not been a title match.
Oh, this looks precarious. Oh. Yep.
Kick right to the face.
Back of the
Red Wing
head,
to
actually.
Yeah, it's been a long night. And Red Wing now prone on the outside.
Once again, we are outside the ring.
And Fowler not forgetting about that leg and that knee. There's a huge target on that leg and that knee. Even though Fowler might not be focusing on it for the entire match,
it's always in his mind that it's there.
Right.
And that he's already worked on it and that it's probably weaker. Do not bring this over here.
Yeah. We've had enough of that for tonight.
See, Rudy says, get over there. This is not a no rules, no holds barred matchup. This needs to happen in the ring, not over here. Those hay bales have been through enough. Oh!
Oh!
Fowler just punched Rudy! Fowler just punched Rudy right square in the face!
Right up those
Did you
fines.
see that?
Fine every
And
single
he knows
person
what he
who
did.
does that.
Look at his face. He knows what he did. Get him!
Red Wing's got him up.
Who wants him? Oh, God.
Oh no.
Ah!
Oh no. They're right in front of us.
No, thank you. I don't want anything to do with this.
Fowler up on the stage.
We need
crossbody takes.
Pete, we need another ref again.
Oh.
We're running out of referees.
This might have to be a replacement referee situation where we might have to recruit from colleges or whatever.
You think we need to start bringing ref shirts? Like, what the heck?
You've
been a ref before.
Oh,
you know, I'm gonna tell Logan.
I wasn't good as a zebra. I prefer to put that part of my career behind me.
Fine.
Not like I'd be able to help in this situation.
No, not right now.
I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
I wouldn't want to get in between these two either. We saw what happened.
Rudy incapacitated on the outside. Fowler and Red Wing managed to return to the ring. Fowler measuring him.
But it doesn't matter.
Went for the wizard.
Got caught.
Red Wings got him. Rebound slam. Cover. There's no referee. You could count to 20.
No, absolutely not.
Are you kidding me?
Come on. We don't have a GM. We don't have a referee. There's no one to stop it.
Oh.
God damn it.
I hate to use the term unsafe working environment, but it's starting to seem that way.
No, come on. Come on. Yeah!
Red Wing making a comeback. Taking care of both the Crucible, but there's still no referee to adjudicate. Fowler with a low blow.
God damn it.
And here comes Nino. What? Nino? Wait a minute.
Hold on.
What is Nino doing? What the? Brixton with the belt off the side of Red Wing's head. Rudy's still incapacitated.
I have a feeling, yep, that's kind of what I envisioned happening.
What was Nino doing? Shining Wizard!
Into the belt. Into the belt.
Oh.
What the absolute...
Fowler with the cover. Brixton carried Rudy all the way back to ringside.
Jameson
1,
did.
2, no! Fowler retains yet again.
Still the Magnum Wrestling Champion, Jay Fowler.
Even when they're banned from ringside. Jesus. Criminy.
Fowler retains once again. It was almost like that stipulation was never in force.
It didn't matter. There was no one there to...
But what?
God.
But Nino ran out, and it seemed like there was an argument. And
I'm feeling a little dissension in the ranks here, Pete.
They're raising Nino's hand, but he's not taking his eyes off the belt. They raised Nino's hand, but he did not take his eyes off that belt.
Please do not throw things in the ring.
If there wasn't a hostile environment at the end of a Magnum Wrestling show, it wouldn't be a Magnum Wrestling show.
It is extra spicy here tonight.
And to bring a little more levity back, Nino was not taking his eyes off that belt. We saw what transpired at the end of the Rumble. Brixton, Jameson, and Fowler standing tall in the ring. Nino at ringside. Daisy, what could that mean?
I don't know.